The Thai government has released an online questionnaire specifically for foreigners. Dare you fill it out? Meanwhile, the Nok Air plane remains stuck in mud in Chiang Rai Airport. And Prayut responds to rumors of jumping ship to a new political party. All this is coming up in today's program.
Today's show is brought to you by Thaiger Property for all your real estate needs in Thailand. Link in the description below.
Hi, you're watching Thailand News Today, bringing you the latest top stories in Thailand and beyond. My name is Jet Gunther, and in our first story, if you ever wanted a chance for your voice to be heard about Thailand, and judging from our comment section, a lot of you really do, now is your chance. The Thai government has released an impressively catchy named survey titled Foreigners' Awareness, Confidence in Important Government Policies and Perceived Image of Thailand. The thoroughly titled survey was put together by the PR department of the Thai government in order to gather the opinions and ideas of foreigners about a variety of topics concerning Thailand today. Don't get too excited though, the questionnaire is only multiple choice and on topics that the government decided are important to Thailand and Thai tourism. There are no right-in answers where foreigners, tourists, or expats can rant and ramble about their particular pet peeves in the kingdom. Save that for the Thaiger comment section. The questionnaire about Thailand claims that all responses are completely confidential, save for the fact that it's a Google form that requires you to sign in with your email. In the questionnaire are also several questions to gauge how foreigners feel about different aspects of Thailand. They asked if Thailand's public health could be raised to a world-class level, if Thai culture could be spread on a global scale, and if those surveyed considered Thailand a developed economy with a good standard of living. One question asked specifically if Thailand is a country that promotes democracy. Another asked if there's a free market that promotes fair competition. The last few questions were more feel-good questions about whether those who responded to the survey feel like Thailand is a special country which they feel connected. If you'd like to play around with the form, we've linked to it in the description of this video. Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha yesterday dismissed claims that he is about to jump ship and join another political party. If rumors circulating parliament are to be believed, the Thai Supremo is going to join the Rumours party, but the Thai Prime Minister denied that the newly emerging political party had approached him to be its leader in the upcoming election next year. Prayut affirms his allegiance is with the Palang Pracharat party, saying, quote, "The party supported me to become Prime Minister, didn't it? I will remain with the PPRP in the next election. I will stick by my word." Rumours was founded by Ek At Thawong, a former aide to the Prime Minister himself. The party came to national attention last year. Political observers believe it has been set up as an alternative to the Palang Pracharat party should the ruling party encounter any legal trouble. A number of high-profile politicians have joined the party, including General Prayut's advisor, Phirapan Sali Ratwipak, who was a former Democrat and Palang Pracharat member, former Democrat politician Ekanat Prompan, and former Action Coalition for Thailand Party Secretary General Duongrit Benjatikul Chairungrung. Phirapan is reported to have applied for party membership on July the 28th, while Ekanat and Duongrit enrolled on Monday. The Nok Air plane that skidded off the runway in Chiang Rai on Saturday night still has not been removed. Mae Fah Luang Airport in northern Thailand announced that the airport will remain closed for 2 more days, and this time plans to reopen on Friday, August the 5th at 10 p.m. The airport announced the suspension of all flights in and out of the airport on Sunday morning after Nok Air flight DD-108 from Bangkok came off the runway during landing and got stuck in the mud on Saturday night at around 9 p.m. Last night, August the 2nd, airports of Thailand and Chiang Rai Airport released a joint statement to announce that flights would not be resuming on August the 3rd as planned. The statement said the airport needs 2 more days to get the Boeing 737-800 away from the side of the runway. Flights will resume on Friday at 10 p.m. The Civil Aviation Authority of Thailand classified the incident as severe, despite the requirement of cabin crew to evacuate crashed planes in 90 seconds. The 160 passengers on board were kept on board for more than 1 hour, sparking outrage among passengers and the public. The engine was turned off and passengers were stuck inside the hot plane with no lights on or air conditioning, according to one passenger's complaint. Nok Air released a statement explaining that the poorly executed evacuation was due to the cabin crew following the highest safety procedures. The incident has caused major disruption to travel. Mae Fah Luang Airport has a single runway, meaning no flights are coming in and out for a duration of at least 6 days. The airport usually sees 36 flights take off every day, facilitating daily average of 4,500 to 5,000 passengers. Another round of peace talks between the Thai government and rebel groups in Thailand's deep south were wrapped up yesterday, with the Barisan Revolusi Nasional, one of the most active and well-established insurgent groups in the south, considering Thailand's request of a 3-month ceasefire for the duration of Buddhist Lent. The Thai government proposed a 108-day ceasefire between August the 15th and November the 30th. Yala, Narathiwat, Pattani, and parts of Songkhla province, covering the area of the historical Pattani kingdom, have been plagued by intermittent violence attacks between government forces and rebels or insurgents groups since the insurgency took off again in 2004. Since then, more than 7,000 people have been killed and 13,500 more injured in violence in Thailand's deep south. However, the roots of the south of Thailand insurgency go much further back in history. The BRN did not agree to the Buddhist Lent ceasefire straight away and are still negotiating some aspects before reaching a final agreement. However, the idea of a ceasefire is certainly on the table. During Ramadan, between April the 3rd and May 14th this year, the BRN and the Thai government observed a successful 40-day ceasefire in which both sides kept their promises of a violence-free religious holiday. However, the Pattani United Liberation Front, or PULO, another major historical insurgent group, did not observe the Ramadan ceasefire. PULO carried out twin roadside bombings in southern Thailand during Ramadan, which killed a villager and injured 3 police officers. PULO claimed responsibility for the attack, citing the group's exclusion from peace talks in Kuala Lumpur as the reason behind it. Chief Thai negotiator Walop Raksana said PULO are welcome to request an invitation to the next round of peace talks from the Thai government. Yesterday, the 4th out of the 5 original charges filed against the Red Bull Air Warayut Yuwitaya have expired. The charge of reckless driving causing death is the only one that remains. Warayut, the grandson of billionaire Red Bull co-founder Chaleo Yuwitaya, became a fugitive after speeding through the Thong Lo area of Bangkok in his Ferrari, running over a police officer and dragging his body through the road, resulting in his death. Warayut still has not faced justice for the crime, which occurred 10 years ago. As time goes on, his arrest warrants are expiring one by one. Yesterday, deputy spokesperson of the Office of the Attorney General revealed that the criminal charge against Warayut for cocaine use had expired earlier than expected due to revisions made to Thailand's Narcotics Act. The change to the law halved the arrest warrant's limitation from 10 years to 5 years, causing Warayut's charge for cocaine use to automatically expire. The charges of driving too fast and driving recklessly causing damage to the property of others expired back in 2013. The charge of driving away from an accident without providing assistance expired in 2017. At present, reckless driving causing death is the only charge remaining against Warayut. Under Section 291 of Thailand's Criminal Code, reckless driving causing death is punishable by up to 10 years of imprisonment. The charge will expire on September the 3rd of 2027. And that's all for our report from Thailand News Today. The show will be back tomorrow. Meanwhile, you're now up to date on the Thaiger.